right now, it's in Trig.
Well, there's pictures involved.
What is this?
There she is.
She's at the door.
That's the first mistake. Yeah. My name's Vector.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like a pseudo.
Okay, here we go. Talking about vectors. There's a quote from Despicable Me
I love that that's the first book you
where he
direction and magnitude.
basically, a vector is something that has both direction and magnitude. Magnitude is represented by the length. So basically when they say magnitude, they mean the length of the vector. And the way that they represent it is like this. So how long is vector AB? That's the magnitude. There's also direction, which we're not really talking about today, but basically, I'll mention it because it'll probably help, especially for tomorrow. From A to B, this is going right, and there's a direction because it's not just a line segment. Okay, it's not like the order doesn't matter. We're going from here to here. Okay, so this one is going right 3 and up 2, so the direction is just 3, 2. I can write it. We're not really doing this part today though. We're just doing magnitude. Well, we're doing magnitude and we're like adding different vectors together. If I have another vector here called CD, and if I add those two vectors together, the resulting vector is this one right here. This is vector AB plus CD. You just put them together. So vectors kind of are used in like physics. They can represent forces and how forces work together and stuff. Like maybe this is a golf shot or something, and then this is the wind pushing it off to the other side, and this is the resulting. Basically, what happens all together. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on. How do I find the length of vector AB? This is an old thing. How do I find how long it is from here to here? What formula? Distance formula. Yeah. You guys remember how we did that? Basically, this makes a right triangle when I draw that in, and this is like the change in the x values, and this is the change in the y values. I don't think they're giving us coordinates today, like we're not really doing this today, that's tomorrow. So I think we're just going to be looking at the picture, like that's 4 long, that's 2 long. So you do 4 squared plus 2 squared equals this squared, so you have to do the square root of 4 squared plus 2 squared. Okay? It's called the magnitude. Actually, instead of using 2 letters, I just realized they use 1 letters for most of these. Vector A, vector B, and then if you put them together, the resulting vector, let's get that one out of here. This vector right here, when you add the 2 forces together, is A plus B. Okay, what do you guys think, if that's A, right here, what do you guys think negative A would look like?
Opposite direction?
Opposite direction is correct. So this is, let's see, over 3 and 2. This would be like negative A. I count right? No, I didn't count right. That's 4 and 2. 1 and 4. There we go. Okay. What do you think would happen if I said 2 times vector A?
Would it go up twice as far or twice as fast?
Twice as far. So this went 4, 2. It's going to go 8, 4. So it'd be like way out here. 1.
But
we'll start there.
does
1.
that change? How does that change anything if it goes on for forever?
Well, it changes the magnitude. It doesn't, no, sorry, it doesn't go forever. The arrow, it's not geometry, it's not array. The arrow is just telling you the direction, like the arrow could be here or down there.
It's just not showing the ending.
No, this is the ending. This is just showing, you have to have that, boys, you have to have that arrow to know where is the beginning, where's the ending.
Okay.
Otherwise, it just looks like a line segment, which doesn't have an end or a beginning. It's got two ends, I guess. Anyway, but yeah, there's direction on these. So yeah, it just doubles the length. The magnitude obviously would just be double whatever it was before. Yeah, that's probably enough to get going. I don't think today's too hard. Might be a good, famous last words, might be a good testing day assignment. You two are going to have to take your test on Wednesday, by the way, if you're going to get that done. What are you doing? Being an old man?
Sure.
Okay, number 1.
What page are we on?
Sketch. So that's why I gave you guys a graph paper, because we got a sketch.
What
stuff.
page are we on?
423.
423, I wrote down 1 through 9. I didn't know.
Why can't we stay in one part of it?
Like a naughty boy. 1 through 9, page 4.
Okay, should we do this on solely graph paper or sketch,
Did I hit
draw?
No one hear you say that. What did you say?
Poor choice of words.
I missed it.
I think you might need some more sleep. Possibly. Your nose is like vibrating.
She, or not when she laughed.
Sketch an arrow representing a velocity of 100 miles an hour to the northwest. You don't really need graph paper for this, but later on we will. You might go ahead and put this on graph paper. Okay, guess which direction I'm going to draw my arrow.
To the northwest.
Which is,
So up and to the left into quadrant 2.
yeah.
And it doesn't matter, like,
How long it is now.
or this.
Oh, probably don't want to make it that big because B is 2V. So this is vector V, so what would 2V look like?
Double that.
Twice as long. So if I go 2 squares, I need to go 4 squares on this one. There we go. 2V. And then what does negative V look like? We just talked about all these. Opposite direction. So it should look like A as long as A, but just in the opposite direction.
Watched Forrest Gump this weekend.
Did they want you to label this as?
It didn't say anything about labeling.
I think it did.
And
Sketch an arrow.
Oh, and tell what the velocity is. It didn't say label, it said. So
Oh.
we do have to say 200 somewhere.
where you're at.
There. What would the velocity on C be?
Wouldn't that just be 100?
Still 100. 100 to the southeast.
We have to put that to the side.
Gotta know my directions now.
Mhm.
Graphs are so much easier for me if I think of them like maps.
Draw a rectangle PQRS. Let's stick with the graph paper on this one. PQ is 4, QR is 3. Where am I gonna go here? It's gonna be So we got a 3x4 rectangle. They said, which side was the short side? It says PQ is 4.
convenient.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't mention this. On 3, so notice on 1 they just use V to, well, V represented the velocity, didn't it? On 3, they're using basically like ray symbols to name the vectors, like the 2 letters with the ray symbol on top. What'd you say?
I figured it out.
So number 3, we're supposed to not really draw we're supposed to draw the first part, but we're supposed to say, what do we get? I'll do it, John, to help us out. What do you get when you add ray PQ plus ray QR? When you add ray PQ plus ray QR.
Don't you get a line through the middle?
Okay, yeah, you get this ray, which would be called ray, guess what?
PR.
PR. So A is ray PR. Or sorry, vector PR.
Oh gosh.
Okay, and then B, what did I say those absolute value lines meant?
Magnitude.
The magnitude, which means what?
Distance.
The distance. How long it is. So they told us 4 and 3, so how can I find that?
4 squared plus 3 squared square root.
Square root of 4 squared plus 3 squared.
16 plus 9 is 25, so 5.
25, square root of 25 is,
How did we do that? Because I just,
Pythagorean.
Yeah. that's what I thought, but you could double check.
How is that?
PQ plus R.
So-
You didn't tell it to solve it, did it?
What does that
3B says, with those absolute value lines, it means what's the magnitude of the vector, which means how long is it?
Oh, and then without it, it just means what is the vector?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, and then, oh, I didn't say this one either. PQ plus RS, it's a weird one. What would happen if we added those 2 together?
Wouldn't that just be? Oh, it'd be a line in the middle, wouldn't it?
So PQ is like that, and then RS is like that. So basically it goes there, and then it goes back again.
So it'd just be a line.
You're back to nothing, basically.
So it's 0.
Yeah.
That
Do they have a
does not
special
make
word for
sense to
that?
me.
So PQ, you go 4 to the east, 4 to the right. And then RS is 4 to the left. So when you put them together, it's just boom, boom, nowhere. You're nowhere. You're back where you started.
It's like trying to
You
follow
haven't
the sun
moved.
for a
There's
day.
no link to your vector. You're back at their origin. What? I'm just seeing if they have a special name for that. Vector 0. That's the special name. Which is basically nothing. So in the book they did write 0, but they put it in bold. So it's like, why did they write it in bold?
Maybe that's the symbol
So
for it.
is it because it wasn't supposed to be magnitude, it was supposed to be the actual vector?
Yeah, this is a vector, yes. Well, actually it's the vector and it's the magnitude because
Right.
they're both nothing. Okay. Number 5, copy vectors u and v. So vector u is up, let's see, it's right 2 and up 4, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4. And vector v is right 6 and up 1. Kind of missed. That's close enough. So when you add them together, let's see, can I move this? This is not really the answer right here. It's actually this is the answer. You guys get it? So when you add them together, if you just so basically this guy, the tall one goes 2 to the right, this one goes 6 to the right. So our vector here has to go 8 to the right. This one goes 4 up, this one goes 1 up, so our vector has to go 5 up. 8 to the right and 5 up. So it's basically just this guy right here that I'll put it in blue. Green.
What do you use this for?
How do you want us to write that answer? Do you want us to just write the line like that?
Um,
Are you going to do
For
different
different
colors?
colors?
well,
Mr. George,
then I'll use ABC.
I turned in my test.
I don't really care where, that's fine. I don't really care where you put it, but let's just go ahead and label it U plus V. That way I can tell.
Can we put it inside of this one?
Yeah, you put it inside.
So it's over 8 or up 8?
No,
It's
it's-
up 5 over 8.
It's right, yeah, right 8 by 5. Well, I said at the beginning, I think they use this in physics to like represent different forces and how they're gonna interact with each other and what, you know.
Or to show Brady
Kinda
what
like,
stock portfolio
uh,
looks like.
You know, if you're trying to get a satellite into orbit, you gotta take
No, that's
into
what I'm telling. That's
account
what
gravity
they
and the
showed
speed
you.
of the satellite.
That's what you're supposed to
That
do.
kind of thing. All right. It's just kind of a visual representation of physical forces. Okay, number 7. Oh, no, never mind. Number 5 still. U plus 2V. Okay. This one will not be right.
That's going to be wrong.
That's going to be very long.
It's gonna be double the V's.
Okay, they didn't really tell us about direction today, but I'm going to kind of cheat and use it. So this one was 2, 4. The direction of our first one. This one was, what was it, 6, 1?
So can you just add those to get your new?
Yeah. When you add those numbers, like the x's together is 8, the y's 5. That's how you get U plus V.
So when you're doing 2U plus V, would it be 4, 8 plus 6, 1?
Yeah, except for we're doing 2V. on this one.
So it'd be
So if I multiply this guy by 2, it becomes 12, 2, and then just add that 14, 6.
alright.
That's a long one. That's a big old boy.
And then we got 3B.
So there's 14, 6.
You're kidding. We have to do
1, 2, 3,
okay.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That doesn't fit on my graph.
You got it drop.
Do we have to do that?
Yeah,
Like the 14 and 6?
14, 6.
Can we do it by double digits?
Sure. Well, you got plenty of graph paper. We're not doing that many problems. You don't have to put it starting at the same spot. You can put it anywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dang, it's not. 14 what? I forgot.
What a guy.
14.
6.
6. Gee, Christmas. Kind of missed.
I messed with my, I have a curved vector.
I have a curved one too.
Alright, who's ready to do U plus 3V?
Uh-oh.
No,
We
here we go.
can't.
Yes,
Okay.
we can. Yes,
I don't have
we
Si
can.
se puede. Okay, so basically it's getting another 6, 1 added on. So it was 14, 6. If I
Wait, why
add
is it
another
the
6,
6,
1 to that, it's gonna be 27.
Why is it the 6 1?
Because
Is
it
it
says
the
times 3 times
Twin-
V instead of 2 times V.
Yeah, but why is it the 6 1 rather than the 2 4?
Because they said 3 times V.
18 3 plus.
I'm in the directions right here. U plus 3 times. We just did U plus 2 times V.
27.
So basically we're adding one more V on.
Where are we getting
It's 27.
from?
So
Right,
it's
20
20,
and
comma
7.
7. 20, comma 7. So because we're adding another v on to our last answer, basically, we're going up from 2 of these to 3 of these. So it's gonna be 6-1 bigger, longer than this one was.
I think I'm just gonna do all.
So it's
on
gonna-
the backside.
It's gonna be 27.
That's what I'm gonna do.
20, I don't think.
Just,
Yes, you
you're
can.
gonna have to just put it on a different spot on your graph paper.
No.
Look at that.
If you can get it to fit, you can put wherever you want to, but
See, Matthew, here, what would
I don't even know if it's gonna fit on my,
Matthew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's got a great personality.
Honestly, you know, this one right here.
1, 2, 3.
That's a better personality.
It's
Okay, it made it to 19
Yeah,
and a half.
yeah.
Please,
So, just put a -1.
That's already more than anyone.
I know.
19 and a half. Look, this is 19, and then it cuts off halfway.
Fine.
Thank you.
7.
What?
Take minus
No.
1 and just put it
Just
right
put a
at the
-1.
top. Right at the
Put
top.
-2 because you annoyed me. Okay, u minus v.
I had a teacher who was like that. He liked me, so it was fine. There's this one girl who was always being rude, and he'd just be like,
Yeah, and that's
Catherine,
keeping it.
silence, please. And she'd be like,
So
you're not gonna be, can't be quiet. And so he's like, okay, put a -2 at the top of your paper.
if v is 6-1, minus v is like -6, -1. So, but when they're working together, let's see if I can draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They make this vector right here.
Say that again? Sorry, I wasn't
Okay,
catching it.
this is vector u right here.
Okay.
Minus v, so this is v right here. If I put minus v up here, it just
Oh,
looks
so
like
you're just
that.
sticking
So
it
instead
at
of
the top.
6-1, it's -6, -1. And this is the vector that they make together.
Okay.
It's like, it's basically 2, 4 minus 6, 1. So
Oh gosh.
it's -4, 3.
I don't know how we did that.
1, 2. I just did 2, 4 minus 6, 1.
Is this 7?
I understand because it's a map.
What are we doing?
It's just going backwards. It's going backwards 6, down 1 instead of right 6, up 1. But this is the vector. We're doing the last thing on number 5.
Oh, that's still on
U
the
minus v. So basically, it's just -4, 3. This is u minus v, u plus 3v, u plus 2v.
-4, 3.
Wait. Okay.
Do you understand
I'm
Matthew?
so excited.
I did, what happened?
Hi, Brady.
Jeff passed out.
I don't know, what I did in the bathroom was pretty exciting.
Please do not share.
I wouldn't go in there for a while.
Not without a hazmat suit.
Yeah.
Chernobyl part 2.
Yeah, that's what happened in there. We might need to evacuate.
These videos are gonna be on the internet for the rest of our lives.
I'm
You
just
gotta be
saying.
monetized before you can be demonetized.
No, see,
It's
here's the
gonna
thing.
have like a warning
If
on
we
it.
just
Like,
start-
do not watch this
If we
video.
just start
with this
swearing, they'll copy you, strike they'll strike your channel.
I don't
and
think
it'll be
every-
deleted.
Video on YouTube gets watched. There's too many.
Yes,
Now
but
they have an
if
algorithm.
I report it, it does.
Go report it, guys.
I'm gonna report it for psychological torture.
Alright. Number 7. Okay, on 7 we get to make up our own vectors. I suggest you don't make anything that's too large.
1,
Yeah.
1.
One.
I mean,
Anything
how much more could you
but
want than 1?
anything
Maybe
but
1
1,
and a
1.
half.
1, 2.
That's my only rule. You can make a 1, 2. You have to
1, 2,
make.
Yeah.
1.11.
Yeah, I was like 1.1.
Okay,
Okay, draw point 1, please.
1, 2. No, you don't want to do
You don't wanna-
decimals.
yeah.
You don't want to do decimals. What else? Let's put a negative in there. How about
-2.
Negative 1, 2.
-1, 2? That's fine.
Keeping it simple.
repeat. Well, no, it's a little bit different. So what would u plus v be?
U plus B.
Yeah. So,
So u is 1, 2, and then v is -1.
it basically,
Or-
u plus v, it looks like that, so it would be a 1, 3.
How do you, I don't understand how to do that.
You just put them one right after the other. And then this line that connects the end, like, it's like going here, and then here is like just going like that.
Kinda simple, honestly.
It's
See how I
just
did
a
it?
line.
Or you could do this one too. You could do it this way too, it gets you the same spot.
Anyway,
You just stick one of them on the end of the other one, and then,
I just think of it like you're in a boat in the middle of the ocean and say, here are the 2 trajectories you have to go. If you add the trajectories together, you go this way for this long, this way for this long. How far have you gone from your original point? I watched
I
Castaway too.
it's like if I do this direction for this long, and then this direction for that long,
Yo, we got mega
basically,
mind.
how have I walked? Or how far have I gone? I've gone from
My
here to here.
genius, it's sometimes right.
That's the u plus v right there. You can figure it out with like looking at the picture, or tomorrow we're gonna do more with like just adding those numbers together. 2, 1 plus -1, 2. If you add those together, you get 1, 3, which is the u plus v vector. There it is. Beautiful. No one's going. I didn't quite draw it right, but.
So would 2 u plus v just be double the length?
Okay, that's good enough.
Yeah, because it's just twice as long as
So
the
it
plus
Okay,
one
yeah.
longer?
2 times u plus v is what we just did times 2, so it's just gonna double length. So where it was a 1, 3, now it's gonna be a 2, 6. 1,
I did that way more complicated.
4, 5, 6.
Wait, wouldn't it be a 2, 6 instead of 1, 3?
Yeah, I said where it was a
Oh.
1, 3, now it's gonna be a 2, 6.
Oh, okay. Go, 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 go,
What's
go.
2U plus 2?
Wouldn't
What's
that just be the same thing as
2u plus 2v?
v?
The same?
Yeah, I guess they're kind of trying to show you that distributive property works or something like that. What was the first one was u
They're all
plus
gonna overlap.
v.
Why are
You
they
don't have to
open
draw them in
up?
the same place.
No, I'm going to.
And how am I gonna grade it?
I
I
did
wrote
different
one on the
colors
top and one on the
I'm trying
bottom.
to see that there's different things I don't know.
You okay back there?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Still recovering.
Did I miss like everything?
Yeah, dude, it got pretty complicated.
Oh gosh.
We just solved math.
Now we're gonna retire because we've solved it.
What happens if you hypothetically solve
boy.
math? You just Nobel Prize right there.
I knew it right when I got to you.
Without the big guns.
Okay, number 9.
How do you win the Nobel Prize?
You have to. There's more than one kind. There's
You have to
like
do something important.
there's a Peace
Okay,
Prize.
That's not. I was about to say that's not true.
How you get the Nobel Peace Prize
You
is
solve peace.
you live in a horrible country, and then you like say where I'm not.
And then you move.
You say
My life is
say
a lot more peaceful.
you're the leader of a horrible country that usually says we'll go to war with everybody, and then you say you make a peace treaty with somebody.
I think.
What?
See,
I
That's
think-
how you get the Nobel
if
Peace
you're
Prize.
if you're a journalist, it's not the Pulitzer Prize. That's not the height of like journalism. That's not it. Getting assassinated by the CIA is.
No, getting assassinated by the Clintons.
But you can also get a Nobel
kidding,
Peace
just
or
kidding.
Nobel Prize for like physics and science and stuff.
Matthew has been running from the.
Okay, a ship
for 5
travels
years.
200 kilometers west.
Matthew,
Okay, let's
like most young children.
let's make each square word like 50 or something. Okay, we'll make each square worth 40. How about that? That should work out alright. Okay, so
That was not
We're stopping at 9, right?
yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So this is 200 west. I don't think I really need this. And then 240 due south. You guys remember these problems?
Yeah, I love these problems.
No.
Okay, use trigonometry to find the course that a rescue ship must take from port in order to reach. So basically, if you have these two vectors together, you get this vector. What is the direction
Does it
this
matter?
ship should take?
How many boxes do you think?
No, don't worry about the boxes.
Okay.
It's the 200 and 240 that really matter.
What's the question?
What direction must this ship take to find the guy that went 200 west and 240 south?
Are you talking about how far it has to go?
Pythagorean theorem finds the length of the vector, but
What are
they
they finding?
they
We're
ask
looking
the
for the
angle.
Oh.
You guys remember how angles work?
Wait a
No.
minute.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
Cosine,
No.
sine, and tangent.
Oh, this was.
Okay.
Well, this is
Am I right?
More or
This is
less.
supposed to be
Brady, you're in
easy
the
after
ballpark.
testing.
Okay, that's good.
You're at the right stage,
Okay.
Brady.
How many degrees is due west?
Due west is negative 90, technically.
Okay,
but
it's
also
negative. Yeah,
I think I
It's
did
not
negative
even-
90.
it's
or
180 plus 90, which is 270.
270. 270.
I think I
So-
hit a foul ball.
If we can find this angle right
Oh,
here
no, not the
using
ball.
trig and do 270 minus this, that will tell us the angle this ship should take.
This is
Side
not
angle
good.
side.
Okay.
Sass.
You're about 2 years off.
Was this on the math test today? Like the trig
No.
stuff?
I don't think we. No, it wasn't.
No,
Math
trig.
test today, what?
No trig.
We haven't done computation yet.
Okay,
But
it
obviously it's
is.
for being computations.
It is on the ACT though, so let's do this. Anyway, relative to this angle, what two sides am I working with here?
The opposite and then
Opposite and
Opposite.
adjacent.
Adjacent.
What trig function deals with opposite?
Tangent.
You guys ready?
Hey, I was actually in
I'm
the
really
ballpark.
rusty.
Okay.
Nah.
I just
Tangent.
ate.
Brady uses
I
Brady
never
has
done this
shirt.
before, but I understand it.
Tangent of the angle equals opposite over adjacent. Then what do we do?
That
Oh,
minus
you have to
270,
divide this
or
stuff.
270 minus that.
On the calculator.
Can't
Huh?
you
On
plug
the
it in?
calculator, you put
Tangent.
it.
Oh, you do the
What do you
tangent
put?
minus 1.
Tangent.
Tangent inverse.
Yeah.
Let's reduce this. You can just put 24 over 20 right there.
I've got it.
Oh, okay.
50.19.
Okay, is 50.19 the answer?
No,
That's
that's
the
what
angle
theta
for like a
is.
whole lot.
So we have to do 270
We have to do
minus.
270 minus that.
I'd already forgotten all those.
I forgot to change it from radians to degrees.
I got
Press mode.
219.8.
Wait, why don't we?
219.8.
The subtraction part?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
what the angle we found was this angle in the triangle, but we were saying like, remember due north was 0
Oh, isn't it
degrees,
shift?
90 degrees,
Oh, there it is.
180. So this ship right here that's leaving port, what angle does it need to go to hit the other ship? So
270.
270
Minus
minus theta will give us this angle.
Which is 219.8.
Wait, how'd you get this negative?
We get
I just
270.
plug that in.
It's
So I found beta.
219.81.
You didn't get 50.19, is that what you're saying?
Was it in radians?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, radians. It needs to be in degrees.
Where'd we get 270 from?
Remember if you go, so this due north is 0 degrees, remember that? East is 90 degrees. South is 180, so that means west is 270.
Alright.
And then this direction would be whatever the theta angle is that we just found. If you do 270 minus that, that'll give you the heading for the ship. 219.8.
So what do we do after that?
You do the evens.
That's the answer.
That'd be a tough ACT
That's the
question.
answer, 50.9.
219.8. I subtracted 270, well,
I don't think I
somebody
would.
did.
Question.
270 minus that. Question, where did you learn the problem?
You don't know the
Two.
B?
Yeah.
No, I
Versus
usually do
go
not.
west 200
It's-
miles
it's-
on a course of 200 degrees. What does that mean?
No.
This
would
I listen to the song all the time.
Okay,
What is it?
99.
the W doesn't stand for west. So,
You added too long of a pause.
Where's
Where's 200 degrees?
well, you guys tell me where's 200 degrees.
Dun, 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 dun,
It
dun.
doesn't have to be
I don't
perfect.
Dun, 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 dun.
What's this right here?
180.
180, 270, so what do we need? Pretty steep like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's between south and southwest, basically.
And it doesn't matter how long.
Doesn't have to be perfect.
That's two.
So that B will be 3W. So
Yeah, W doesn't mean west, it's the name of what they named the
Oh,
vector.
yeah. Show an arrow representing shift